Is this how you feel every time you record a podcast? Because this is exactly how I feel. Cables coming from everywhere to attack you, to wrap yourself in it. You're tangled, you're sweating, the hair. Podcasting shouldn't feel like this. I am drowning in wires. 5 different interfaces, 6 adapters, 20 thingy-majingities, 18 doodads, 10 dingle hoppers. My knobs are falling off. I'm going crazy and I'm about to have a panic attack because I'm claustrophobic. And I'm pretty sure it doesn't even sound good. A total nightmare. I just want professional podcast audio for my live streams and YouTube without all this tangled mess. That's more like it. In this video, we're going to unpack and test 3 of our favorite wireless microphones for podcast and streaming.
This is awkward. Ready to ditch the wires and maintain a pro-level sound with your podcast and videos? Well, you're in the right place. This is Get Creative. I'm Steven, and every Wednesday I share my favorite creative media tools with you, sometimes accompanied by my co-host and partner in crime, Veronica. At PSS, our goal is to get you out of the comfort zone and in front of a microphone, in front of a camera, making sweet and delicious content. So let's unpack some really amazing wireless options for your video podcasting, streaming, and content creation endeavors. You ready? We're really excited to compare and contrast the DJI Mic Mini with the RØDE Wireless ME setup. Talk about the features of both so that you can make a decision which would be right for your situation. We're also gonna take a look at the Interview Pro microphone that will sync up to any of RØDE's receivers, including the Wireless ME. We're gonna cruise through the setup and details, everything you need to know with a very small review. And at the very end of this video, we're gonna do a back-to-back comparison of all 3 microphones, repeating the same sentences to each other so you can really listen and determine for yourself which you think sounds better, the DJI or the RØDE Wireless. Okay, let's get to the good stuff. The DJI Mic Mini. Inside of this intriguing, firm, and amazing little box, you'll find 2 little nuggets of wireless goodness, as well as a receiver. The whole situation with the DJI was really impressive to me. Right when you unbox it and you open it up, immediately it turns on, it's ready to go, it's intuitive. You just plug the receiver into any camera device you have, and then the 2 microphones you can use with 1 or 2 speakers. They will automatically pair to each other, they automatically have an auto gain feature, and they also come with the little poofies, which is perfect when you're outside or even protecting from that nasal blowing that's happening here. We don't want too much nasal in there. I really couldn't believe how user-friendly this was. And then, of course, on the back of the box, there's a USB-C plug, and that's how you charge it. And you can also plug the DJI receiver into a smartphone if you get the adapter. I love having all of the microphones in one place. You can keep it safe, and it charges it all in one little cajita. Pretty cool. Now, the RØDE Wireless Pro also comes in a box like this, and I'm not going to be reviewing that in this video. I wanted to look at the Wireless ME option because I think they're comparable in many fun ways. And the other real standout feature of this microphone and also the other DJI wireless microphones that I've encountered is the magnet that comes with it, which is so cool, especially if you don't have a natural place on your shirt to be clipping something to. You'll see I'm actually using the magnet right now because I'm wearing a t-shirt. So the magnet you place underneath your t-shirt, it's a really strong little magnet and will hold on to the microphone right there. Hi. I love the magnets, and while the Wireless ME doesn't have magnets, some other RØDE wireless technology we'll be looking at in future videos does. So stay tuned, make sure you subscribe to the show, and come back every Wednesday and hang out with us. Unpack all this amazing equipment and level up your content. So as I said, setting it up is really easy. You can plug it into any kind of camera. Veronica tried plugging it into the Sony ZV-1, but you can plug it into any Sony camera, Canon cameras, you name it.
Check 1, 2. Check 1, 2.
As I said, stick around. Veronica and I will try all of these microphones out and do a sound test so you can be the judge. Hey, sorry to interrupt, but trust me, this is worth it. If you're looking to build a pro-level video podcast studio without all the guesswork and complicated gear decisions, meet our brand new Studio Blueprint Builder. We're talking about an interactive drag and drop tool that helps you map out your exact room dimensions and customize our ready-made Canva templates to fit your space perfectly. We'll guide you through the best camera, lighting, and microphone choices for your unique layout, complete with curated Amazon links so you can shop confidently without the guesswork. This is the exact process we use to set up studios for top tier shows, and now you can do it too. So what do you say? You ready to build your studio? Head over to pss.media/shop and build your dream studio. Let's get you looking and sounding pro. All right, now back to the show. But let's move on to the RØDE Wireless ME system, shall we? Also incredibly intuitive, easy to use. And what I love about any RØDE equipment is that the RØDE equipment will actually sync up to the RØDE Central app. So anytime you get any piece of RØDE equipment, you're gonna want to download the RØDE Central app and get it on your computer or get it on your phone. This will allow you to adjust the settings further on any microphone that you plug into your computer or your phone. And in some cases, you will need to plug the receiver into your computer so that you can unpair things if things get paired up weird, and the pairing can get a little funky. But essentially how you pair this is you turn on the receiver first, you'll see a blinking light, then you turn on your transmitter that you want to pair, and you'll see a blinking light there. You press the button one more time on the transmitter and the pairing will happen. It's kind of like how you pair a Bluetooth device. Very similar situation going on there. So you can plug this receiver directly into any camera. This is really cool because then your wireless audio signal is being sent directly to your camera and you don't have to sync up the audio and the video later in post-production. It's all on the same file. And of course, this receiver will also, as I mentioned, plug into a phone, and you can get the RØDE Central app on your phone and get really amazing sound there. You can sync up 2 devices to any one receiver here with the Wireless ME system. So each participant in your show can have their own wireless microphone. And the other thing that's really cool about this receiver that comes with the Wireless ME system is that you can sync up the RØDE Interview Pro to it, which is where things get really amazing, because now you can plug in this receiver to any camera or your phone, and then you can actually pair 2 Interview Pros to one receiver here. So this becomes your full-blown audio production solution right here. And these microphones just feel a little more podcasty. They're perfect for conventions or events, but simply having the microphone on you is what makes these things so fun to use. And you can also put these up on a stand, which can give you and your guest a feeling like you're more on a show or actually in a podcast. Also, because we get it very close to our mouth when we speak into these things, we take advantage of the proximity effect, which adds more low boominess to our voice, gives us that classic broadcast DJ sounding voice. The last thing that I will say about the Wireless ME system is that the transmitters that say TX on them, these will actually sync up to any of the Rodecaster boards like the Rodecaster Duo or the Rodecaster Pro 2. Also really handy. And in that case, you wouldn't need to use the receiver if you're just sending this directly to a Rodecaster board. So this is very compatible with other Rode gear. And that really is something to consider, is what other equipment you're going to be using and how it collaborates with the other equipment you're going to be using. And now we've got to move on and actually spend a little more time talking about the Interview Pros, because these puppies are my favorite. They seriously are my favorite thing. And it's because for so many years as a young child recording things, I always wanted a microphone that had an audio interface in it and a storage device that would actually record your audio to the device itself. And that's what this has. It has an amazing record button right on it. When you press record, it will actually record the audio from the microphone directly into a little hard drive that's inside of this microphone. And then later you can plug this into your computer. It actually unscrews, and in the middle, it reveals a USB port. You can plug this into your computer and access and download all of those files. This is amazing. That means that these 2 microphones, even without a receiver, can work as your audio recording solution for your content. You can record directly into the microphone, so you never have to worry about any wireless interference or anything like that, and then record into your camera, and later in the edit, you sync up the camera with the good audio from these microphones. Either way, all of this gear is incredibly good for portability, but it's also really good for hands-free convenience. And you're seeing more and more, even with very popular podcast shows, people getting away from your traditional XLR microphones and experimenting with different hands-free options. In fact, the Diary of the CEO, a very popular podcast on YouTube, has recently opted now for the shotgun microphones that they use on film sets. And you will see many podcasters now going with this wireless technology because the technology's gotten so incredible. Okay, and now as promised, let's get to the back-to-back comparison with all 3 of these options so you could be the judge which one sounds the best to you. Make sure and let us know in the comments which one is your favorite. You know, as a podcast setup, it's weird. It almost feels like there isn't enough intrusive objects pointing at my face. Or...
Yeah, but it feels freeing. Like you can move your hands.
It does, but you know, maybe now I can't hide as much behind the headphones and the microphone stands and all the doohickeys. I notice you're using the technique where you display the outside of the unit.
Me gusta. Me gusta.
I like to not display the outside of the unit.
I think it looks cool.
All right, this is what I'm talking about now.
Yes, this is what we like.
So much better, right?
Yeah, you feel more like a podcaster.
Yeah, you have this, and just holding it in your hand, there's a certain confidence that comes out of your performance.
And the best part of all, no cables.
What's the word that you don't allow me to say?
There are so many. Let's move the portable, movable device side.
Oh, I remembered.
The surface.
I remembered. It's juncture.
Oh, the juncture.
Juncture. At said juncture.
You know, like if you're in a professional setting, like, you know, if you're teaching or
At
something.
said juncture.
Yeah. But here in the kitchen, when you're trying to, like, you know,
At said juncture, we can remove the... Also, these have a button on them that will record directly into the microphone at 32-bit float, which is fancy tech stuff, but what that really means is that you'll be protected if in the field or during your episode, if you have any distortion or if you get too loud or if you don't speak loud enough. 32-bit float allows for you to adjust those things later in the edit, which is really cool.
Blame it on the booze, got them loose.
I was gonna do my work, but then I got high.
Alcohol, blame it on it.
I was gonna pay my bill, but then I get high. Okay, I'm gonna test for distance.
Who's gonna test for distance?
So you stay there. So how about I just go into the other room?
Yes.
I'm just gonna walk over here.
So he's gonna go to the other room and see.
And I'll totally close myself into another room. I'll close the door. So here I have closed the door, and I'm still talking. I'm
if we're
in
not
room,
doing
I'm
a
in my
video
own room.
podcast,
Veronica's out there talking.
You know, like
We're likely talking
does it
over
even matter
each other.
that he's here or not?
Which I think this.
But if you're doing a video
actually,
podcast, it
then
will
I'll
be
kind of get behind
weird
another
that
whole
you're
other
just
wall
like-
here. You know, maybe make some weird noises.
You can bring these microphones to your next event and, you know, do your interviews, record your content there while you are with other people in your industry. How cool is that?
Really cool stuff. I feel like this is really great, and I think that actually you find a lot of podcasters and content creators getting away from the classic on-table stand. In fact, I noticed the Diary of the CEO now, they're going with a shotgun mic
Yes.
situation, which is really cool. And I think we now are in this area where we can challenge like those kind of things.
Yes, and I think that this is just perfect. Like if you are recording at an event, if you are not in your studio and you don't want to bring a lot of equipment with you, you don't want to bring a lot of cables that people can trip on.
Yeah.
You know, you just want to keep it simple and get good audio. These lavalier microphones can be a good way to go. However, I just don't feel like a podcaster. You know, like I need a microphone in my hand.
So
this is my favorite.
Yeah, this is totally my favorite too, and it being its own standalone audio recording unit. If you're gonna do an audio only podcast, all you would need is two of these.
Yes.
And like, you know, you can sync them up together, maybe clap your hands together, then separate. And now you have two different audio tracks being recorded separately on their own device. And in this case, we're transmitting this to the camera via the RX or the receiver unit from the Wireless ME system, which is really cool. And the other thing is you can also hook this up to any one of Rode's boards, the Rodecaster Duo or the Rodecaster Pro 2. And it has the same kind of pairing device situation that works with those as well. So really cool stuff.
Yeah. Blame it on the booze, got them loose. Blame it on the
It also does make you feel like you're on stage. I mean, you really were. You know, that is the kind of.
This is where I belong. This is home for
the
me.
lights.
So we're gonna test.
Yeah. So. Yeah, we're gonna do a test back and forth to each other, back to back. So this is the DJI.
Hey, Steven, did you seriously stash spicy salsa in my secret snack spot again? Huh? Did you?
Veronica, blaming me for your snack stash sabotage is simply scandalous. We're testing for sibilance.
Hey, Steven, did you seriously stash spicy salsa in my secret snack spot again?
Veronica, blaming me for your snack stash sabotage is simply scandalous.
Hey, Steven, did you seriously stash spicy salsa in my secret snack spot again?
Veronica, blaming me for your snack stash sabotage is simply scandalous. I know, amazing stuff, right? And if you're interested in portability and creating content on the go, we made this really fun video here where we demonstrate the Osmo Pocket 3 and use different microphone solutions that you can use with this microphone to record podcasts on the go anywhere you want. It's really a must-watch PSS classic.
That you're out of my life, I'm so much better. Without you, but I'm stronger.